Hello everyone, I am PyroFalkon and this is Unheard. Also, this is long hair because I just took a shower, so I can't have it up right now while it's drying. So, before I play, I'm going to gush a little bit about the story because I really like this game. You know I use timestamps in my videos now? So if you don't want to hear me gushing about the story, just go ahead and fast forward. We'll get there in a second. But I want to talk about it because there aren't very many aspects of video game development that I can usually talk about with any sort of authority. I'm not a programmer. I am a terrible visual artist. I'm a so-so voice actor at this point, maybe, hopefully. But one thing I can talk about is the writing, and the reason I tend to be more critical in both positive and negative ways about the writing is because I have been a writer for 25 plus years. I've been writing, I've had my 2 books out for about 5, been a professional technical writer since 2003, so 19 years, and I've been writing fiction longer than that, so I know writing. And the amount of writing that has gone into Unheard is incredible. And it's the amount of detail and design that you have to consider when you are writing for this particular game is a level of detail that is not usually necessary for writing stories. Even for, say, within the same genre, you talk about a game, or you talk about a situation like the murder mysteries on TV or whatever. You generally don't have to worry about what the minor characters are doing second to second to second. Even if, you know, say the murderer murders a man, he can go to the bathroom after that, or he can go shopping for milk at the nearby 7-Eleven. Like, it doesn't matter. His details don't matter until the protagonist is there. With this game, not every character is doing something important at all times, but they still had to write what they were doing and how long they were there for the coordination of moving all the individual pieces around. And when you're talking 12 characters plus any given props that are necessary for the mystery, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of writing and coordination to try to make sure that all those pieces connect properly. There is a term in writing called the speed of plot. This was brought up a lot with the original Star Trek, where they didn't really have rules about how fast warp was. And one of the scriptwriters basically said, if the Enterprise had to be at a location to further the plot, it would get there in time. If it needed to not be there to further the plot, it would always fail to get there in time. Like, they didn't care about the math or the exact science and speed. They cared about the pacing of the story, right? But in a game like Unheard, you don't have the luxury of going at the speed of plot. You have to make sure that the characters are moving at the proper speed to get to their marks, to get to where they need to go in order to make all the other pieces work. That's a lot of moving parts for writing, and which is why most writers aren't going to care about those kinds of details. And as a reader, you don't need to know about those details. You don't need to know every time a character has to stop for a pee break real quick, because it's not important. But in Unheard, as we heard in the last case, it can actually be important. The timing of when people go pee can be important to the plot. So it's just so brilliantly written that I haven't seen too many games that have such great detail in writing, and I kind of doubt that they'd be able to keep it up for longer than the 13-minute scene stretches at a time, but they don't have to. Like, that's the game. It's really good. I love the writing in Unheard. It's worth that alone. All right, so enough of that. I'm done talking about the writing. Let's go on to case number 4 and see what our next mystery will be. The real work begins now.
The 4 events you just examined all happened in the past.
Okay.
Now, we need you to use the acoustic detective system to figure out a currently unsolved case.
Oh, the real work is beginning now.
This one involves another explosion, only in a mental hospital rather than a police station. It's... how should I put it? Peculiar. A number of agents have already attempted to solve it. None of them succeeded. And there were
I'm
complications.
going to turn off my air conditioner so I can hear better. Because if there are complications and if I'm going to be hearing voices... 14 names. Who are the real mental patients and who is Ghost? Okay, well, once again, my strategy... 15-minute scene! Holy crap. What I'm going to do is follow someone in this front office, and then we'll go from there and see where the case takes us.
Hello! Welcome in, officers. How can I help you? I heard your siren.
I'm Elvira. This is my partner. Are you in charge here?
Yeah, I am the administrator of this facility. To what do we owe this visit?
You look a little young to be running this place. Anyway, we're here to investigate reports of an escape.
Aha, yeah. About that. We're dealing with it internally. It's a minor incident. Not that big of a deal, really.
Not that big of a deal.
This is a mental institution. Some of our patients are highly agitated, and a few, from time to time, attempt to escape. This one happened to be successful. We have people out searching, but often the patients return on their own volition after a day or two.
How did it happen? This time, I mean.
Let me recall.
Alright, before I go on, I want to see what... Who are the real men... Oh, it's a checklist, so it's not just like... There are exactly 5 people or whatever like that. Like, it's... Okay, who is Ghost? And then that's a single name. Alright.
Ah, right. We were having a therapy session when the patient suddenly picked up an ashtray and hit me on the head. Then jumped out the window.
Your head seems fine to me.
Oh, it wasn't a heavy blow. And in this profession, you must be prepared for
Yeah, I
these
doubt
sort of
that's the real
outbursts.
administrator.
Roll with the punches, as they say. Truth be told, this situation is very embarrassing, which is why I didn't want to call the police.
You might not have called us, but someone did. You also confirmed that one of your patients escaped, which means we're now legally obligated to investigate. A psych case on the loose poses a threat not only to themselves, but to the public. Take us inside. We'll need to interview the other inmates. And get us their files.
Interview? You want to talk to them?
Where are the patients? Just show us the way and we can conduct the investigation ourselves.
Well, if you insist. This way, please. This is where the patient escaped. Be careful of the glass on the floor.
There's definitely
I need
broken
to see
glass.
this patient's file.
Ah, you mean patient number 68? What do you want to know, officer? I've spent so much...
I'm gonna make a note of that. I cannot... I
Be careful
don't know
of the glass
where
on
the
the
time
floor.
bar is.
I need to see this patient's file.
Ah, you mean patient number...
Okay, so... Patient number 68 is the one who escaped.
68. What do you want to know?
Of course, that assumes he's telling the truth, but we'll get to that.
Everyone here that I can practically recite their files from memory.
Hold up. Why is this gate open? No wonder you're trying to cover up how easy it is to slip out of here. All the doors are unlocked.
Unlocked? Ah, yeah, that was me.
Yeah, looking at the map, the gate is the only way to access this entire back area. These 2 offices, the front room, this office, and this office, are all isolated from the rest of the building. I don't know if that's going to matter. I mean, that's not necessarily our job, but something to keep in mind.
Apologize. I was in such a hurry to greet you earlier, I forgot to lock it behind me. Oh, don't worry, though. I've been here the whole time. I can assure you that no one else escaped.
Let's check inside.
This is our day room. As you can see, all our patients are quite well cared for. Wouldn't you say?
Nice decor and board games doesn't change the fact that they're still stuck in a mental facility.
Hey, new arrivals! Grab your clothes and toiletries.
Huh? Who are you?
None of your concern. Pick your seat and sit down. I don't want any trouble.
Who's this guy?
Patient number 27 has a non-bizarre grandiose delusional disorder. He thinks he's a caregiver here. The hospital is short-handed, so we usually leave him be. Saves us from having to hire more help.
People here are more nuts up.
See, I have a feeling those numbers are going to be important.
Sit down.
Patient 27 is sitting on the chair.
I don't want any trouble.
Who's this guy?
Patient number 27 has a non-bizarre grandiose delusional disorder. He thinks he's a caregiver here. The hospital is short-handed, so we usually leave him be. Saves us from having to hire more help.
People here are more nutso than I thought.
What's she doing?
Watching TV.
But the TV isn't even on. What's your name?
Patient 42 suffers from severe...
Patient 42. Pat 42 is watching TV.
social anxiety that manifests as selective mutism. She talks to no one.
Neither of these two are going to be any help. Let's split up and canvass the rest of the place. Check the room over there, would you?
On it.
Patients here?
Oh God! Oh God! My stomach! Sorry. I gotta go.
And just where do you think you're going, pal? Sit back down. You can leave when I say you can leave, which is after you've answered my questions.
Okay. Whatever you say.
Both of you sit down and behave yourselves. I want you to answer the officer's questions. Also, officer, I don't understand what you hope to gain by...
Elvira is not moving in that other
That's a
room,
nice
which is a
costume you got
concern.
there, officer. Pretty convincing, even. Your lines, on the other hand, have room for improvement. You can't start off that strong. You lose any sense of foreshadowing. Just makes the audience feel off.
We've nicknamed patient 49 Mr. Director. Believe it or not, he suffers from something called the Truman Show delusion. In his mind, he's making a masterpiece.
Have room for...
Hold on.
Suffers from some...
49. Pat 49 is supposedly Mr. Director.
something called the Truman Show delusion. In his mind, he's making a masterpiece, and we're all just actors. We rely on role-playing therapy to treat patients like these. Trying to interrupt or correct him would just get us nowhere. But if we play along, he'll calm down soon enough.
Mr. Director? I'd like to ask you a few questions. Who are you, really? Look me straight in the eye.
That's how you do it. Much better, much better. You gotta have a quiet sense of intimidation. You don't need to shout to be coercive. Go back and re-enter through the door. Let's shoot this scene again.
What the hell?
Please, officer, he meant no harm. Remember, I mentioned some of our patients are likely to initiate contact.
Well, what about that one, huh? Mr. Bathroom Emergency. Was that real? Or just some excuse so he could leave?
Him? He's a thief.
Hey, that's defamation. You hear me? I'm a law-abiding citizen. Behave.
Patient number 36 suffers from an impulse control disorder, commonly known as kleptomania.
Okay, Pat 36 is the thief who needs to shit.
He simply cannot stop himself from stealing. Doesn't matter the person or place.
I didn't realize sticky fingers were a disease. But he's already in here, so why'd he try to run?
Old habits die hard, I suppose. This one was constantly being hounded by the police, arrested multiple times. The sight of you probably triggered a conditioned response from him.
Bullshit. Just ask around. When did I ever get caught? Huh?
Ha! You're saying you never got caught? Then why did you end up here? He was a repeat offender, you see, always stealing old phones. The police found it so odd that they gave him a psychiatric evaluation. And wouldn't you know it, he was certifiable. So instead of sending him to prison, they sent him here.
Quite the nutcase, I see.
Yeah, well, we are doing our best to treat them.
Let's check the next room.
Looking at the names, I kind of assume that's
The way
Klep,
I see it,
but
officer,
who knows?
this wasn't that big of an issue to
Are
begin
you
with.
done, Tony?
No.
Tony.
Why is this room locked?
That is the seclusion room.
Open it.
Wait. I'm going to go ahead and assume this is Klep. I'm going to put his name on there just so I know where he is, but that's one name that we don't have locked in yet.
Would strongly advise against that.
Anybody in there?
Who the fuck's out there? You get in here, you cocksucker! I'm gonna kill ya! I'm gonna kill all of ya!
Holy
I
shit.
must warn you, this patient might be dangerous. He suffers from episodes of acute mania and violent psychosis.
I told you to open this door. Just do it.
All right, just give me a second. I need to find the key. Which one was it again? Is this one? No, not this one. This will only take a second, I assure you. Ah,
Yeah, I don't
here
believe
it
this
is.
guy is the actual
Great.
administrator.
Open it up.
I'll just wait out here.
I'm going to stick with him. We'll let Tony and Elvira just try to deal with whatever they're going to deal with. Maybe that was the wrong play. Whoa.
We'll take it from here. You can leave now.
I'm not.
Actually, now that I know that... Shut up. Now that I know that he doesn't say anything, we'll follow Tony and Elvira in there.
Duck away from
Here we go.
Who the flying fuck are you? I'm gonna straight up bash your fucking brains in!
All right. I'm gonna need you to calm down, sir.
You get that fucking duck away from me, you hear? He fucked me up! I can't think straight. I'm gonna slit his fucking throat, you hear that, huh, Doc? Huh? I'm gonna fucking murder you!
Tell the doctor he can leave, Elvira.
From here. You can leave now.
I'm not sure how interviewing someone like him will help, but you're the police, not me. Just be careful.
Alright, we're still...
How was I doing, Mr. Director? Like a real professional.
Yeah.
Yeah?
It was an exceptional performance. Not only did you deliver your lines with passionate bravado,
Knew it was
your
bullshit.
improvisation was on point. Always adjusting your lines and tones to correspond with the other actor's delivery. You truly are a master thespian.
Yeah, well, you didn't have to give me such a hard time.
Sorry. Occupational hazard. Once I get in character, I'm no longer reciting lines. I am the character. Now, I don't like to brag, but that wasn't even the best performance I ever given. For most of my roles, I've done months of research. If I had more time, I'd have checked myself into a real mental hospital for at least 6 months. Stanislavski's system pushes me to fully embody my characters by learning how they really live.
Yes, of course. What about the cops? Have they left?
Good thing you heard the siren and figured out a plan quick. If you hadn't sent me out there to stall them, God knows what they would have found by now.
What are they even investigating? The runaway patient?
Yeah, that's what they said. But, at least to me it seemed like that was just a cover-up. They didn't even check out the room where number 68 escaped. They barely even looked out the window, too. Nope. Both of them went straight to the patient rooms.
You don't think they're looking for Jennifer? Could they be on to our plan?
At first, that's what I thought, too. But now, not so sure. Seemed more like they were going around looking for someone sane.
Then they've lost their minds as well. Looking for sane people?
So it makes me think that Elvira and Tony are currently interviewing someone who is undercover, maybe? But we'll have to address that in a different loop.
At a mental hospital?
Cops are a bunch of idiots anyway. I'm gonna go out and check again. I'll let you know.
I'll go check room 1 as well.
Let's go.
Sorry, Klep, or if that is your name.
James?
You! Stay away from the gate! Get your ass back to the day room!
For crying out loud! You really think you're a caregiver, huh?
Okay.
What the hell's going on? Why were the police here?
Things are getting out of control. I was just playing along with Mr. Director and the other crackpots, right? Figured if we really did take over the hospital, it'd be much easier to look for Ghost.
No way it's a coincidence. You notice anything off about those cops?
Well, they were definitely looking for someone. That much was obvious. But the way they were interrogating every single patient makes me think they're after Ghost, too.
Why would the authorities suddenly be searching for him? Until we got that tip, everyone thought he was dead.
Maybe they got it, too. Anyway, what have you found so far?
Haven't locked down Ghost yet. But I did find his plan B.
Plan B?
Pure coincidence, actually. The TV remote went missing, you see, and the button on the TV doesn't work either. It got me curious, so one day I volunteered to cover Ray's night shift. After everyone left the room, I opened the TV set. Guess what I found?
A bomb.
Bingo! Anyone turns that thing on, it'll explode. I bet that's probably why he took the remote.
That's further proof it was Ghost who blew up the police station. To kill his crew and fake his own death. But why would he plant another one in the same place he's hiding?
That's why I said it must be his plan B. Sure, the hospital's been a safe place to lay low, but someone clearly knows he's still alive. Otherwise, they wouldn't have...
So the cases are connected, and this is going to be a whole thing? Unless they aren't... Unless the two characters, Ghost and Raven, are just being conflated together. But knowing... I don't know, the way this game's written, I have a feeling that this is true? That all these cases are going to wind up being connected for some reason.
Put a bounty on his head and we wouldn't be in here. Ghost probably planted the bomb for just such an occasion as this. He can blow the place sky high and vanish into the wind again. Poof!
Sounds right up his alley. Anyone who sees his face dies.
Not this time. Check this out.
What the hell is that thing? Looks like some kind of sci-fi gizmo.
It's a microcontroller infrared scrambler. Got it from a catalog for $29.95. Batteries not included.
I don't get it.
This is my plan B. When Ghost tries to blow this whole place to smithereens, this thing will jam the signal from the remote. The TV won't go boom, and we grab whoever's holding the clicker.
Now that's smart. Then all we have to do is cuff him and collect our reward before the cops swoop in and steal all the credit. Huh? Is that the alarm?
What the hell? I didn't even know this hospital had an alarm system. Stupid cops. They probably triggered the trap that Ghost set up. Fuck. Months of work down the drain.
What do we do now?
Ghost is gonna have to make a move now, so let's go nab the son of a bitch.
All right, I'll follow your lead.
The day room is the best place to start. He ain't in the library or the exam rooms, so he'll have to come through there before he can escape.
Could be Klep. Klep certainly went in there.
There's this thing
What's
called
that
a
you're
remote.
holding, Emily?
No, Emily, stop!
Okay, so Emily is probably the one sitting, and we still don't know who the first person is. So this is going to get a little complicated. That also means James isn't actually a patient, and whoever the hell we're talking to isn't actually a patient, and... Oh, man. Alright, hey, mid-rolls. And we're back. Okay. Oh, this room is connected to the... What? Is that a... I don't think that's intentional. I don't think it's intentional that, I can walk... between the... Oh, maybe it is. I thought this was a completely isolated room. Well, whatever. Okay, so just to catch up on our first pass, we still don't know who this is. These may be two fake cops. Klep may not be Klep. Emily may not be Emily. There's a bomb in the TV, and we don't know where basically anybody else is? It's very confusing. Oh, we got two people in here. Okay, let's listen to what's going on. And is that a lie detector? All right, let's listen to this.
Why is it you wanted me to meet you here, George?
Actually, I wanted to ask you a favor, Maestro. You're an expert
Maestro?
when it comes to art, yes? I was hoping you could evaluate a painting for me.
Oh my god, it's actually him.
You've come to the right person. Not to boast, but a piece's price can increase considerably if I say good things about it.
Of course, of course. Please, sit. The picture's right here. If you could just take a look.
What is this? This isn't artwork. This is a map?
Indulge me if you would. And listen to the music. Anything?
Oh, this is creepy as hell. So the cases are
There is something.
connected.
Wait. I need to get my thoughts straight.
Take your time.
Is this like a hypnosis thing? Can you use music to hypnotize someone? It's a very nice melody. Very haunting. I actually think that's the main, the main song of the game, the title theme. It's really good. I almost started the episode from the title screen because of how good that song is. Oh! It's, you know, it's theoretically possible that if they're playing the music and say they're whispering, then maybe my thingy wouldn't pick up the rest of their speech, maybe?
I see it now.
Tell me.
Or, for the sake of this, maybe they were communicating through just writing, because if they were playing a song, even as quiet as it would be, that would drown out any scratching of the pen. And so there might be some... Oh, or I'm overthinking it, but whatever. That'd be a clever way for them to communicate without leaving behind an audio trail.
What do you see?
I see an interrogation. Yes, inside a police station.
What?
Who are the police interrogating?
I don't... Oh, wait. Yes. I know this voice. Silver Spoon?
What are they questioning Silver Spoon about?
Something about drugs. Yes, I remember Silver Spoon mentioning this before.
Excellent. Let's move on to the next picture.
Oh god, Nisi, why?
Another one? What about the painting you said I was here
Your tail's
to
gonna be on
evaluate?
camera, baby.
What's going on? What are you doing to me?
Don't worry, Maestro. It's just a small test. One more picture, and we're done.
Another map?
Do you recognize this place?
It looks familiar. Yes, I know. An art gallery.
Oh, you're not gonna sit?
Describe
You
the
just wanted
art
to come
gallery
up
for
to-
me.
It's crowded.
Have your tail slap
An
against the mic.
exhibition will start
I mean,
soon.
camera.
Wait, there's an empty frame? But why?
Exactly.
Wait, Maestro
Why is that?
doesn't know.
Give me just a moment. No, it can't be that either. But then, who took it? The real painting.
It's fine. Take your time.
Hold on, I need to. So is this not the same Maestro? Or what? Because he thought back to the art gallery but couldn't quite figure out why there was an empty painting even though he was part of it? The only problem with suspending the webcam, now I'm paranoid because I see how much it's moving. I mean, I guess you guys probably don't care, but like seeing how that looks. Nisi, why? Well, you're getting face scritchies, so you're happy. That's all that matters, right? Aw, who's a good girl? Alright. See if we can fast forward through the song.
Oh,
There we go.
it's Sean. Yes. Nice to see you again. Oh, and Ms. Reeves is here too.
What?
The painting was stolen. Someone stole my painting. No, that's not it. I had my own painting stolen. It was part of my exhibition. I spent so much time and effort on my painting. I would never let someone steal it. It was all part of my plan. Yes, the painting was retrieved in the end too. The lost art returned.
Oh, I'm afraid your symptoms haven't improved.
What are you talking about? Didn't you ask me to evaluate paintings for you?
This was an evaluation, except it was a psychiatric one. We call it the thematic apperception test.
What? A psychiatric evaluation?
Yes, tailor-made for your symptoms. I also use roleplay therapy to supplement the effects. Unfortunately, the results are far from promising.
What's wrong with me, exactly?
We used images to hypnotize you, allowing you to see and hear things from your past. When you saw an interrogation, you could remember the stories Silver Spoon told you. The problem is, when you saw the image reflecting yourself, you weren't able to differentiate between delusion and reality. You sank further and further into your own fantasy story, allowing you to escape from the bleakness of your own reality. You staged the whole theft. Quite the coincidence, and a little too convenient, don't you think?
George, Doctor, what you said, I don't quite understand.
Don't worry about it. You know everything you need to know. Now, answer me one question. Who are you?
I'm the No. No, I'm... Patient number 29. Yes.
There you go. Perfect. Now, just make sure you keep taking your medication on time. And trust me, you will get better.
All right.
What?
Patient 29 shows little improvement. If anything, his symptoms may be worsening. For situations with which he has an anecdotal connection,
He is able to discern the projected narrative from reality. But in cases where he has direct experience, his ability to distinguish between the two is severely blurred. Prognosis remains guarded. I strongly recommend continued treatment with antipsychotic medications, as well as TAT and role-playing therapy to see if conditions improve. And we should schedule him for a full reassessment in 6 weeks' time.
I'm going to stick with Maestro just for now. He doesn't seem to be, yeah, he doesn't seem to be moving or saying anything. So, did he become a patient after... Whoa. They talk about the projected narrative. What is the projected narrative? Does that have something to do with the reason the entire, like, all these cases are connected? I kind of didn't fully grasp what was going on there.
No, that's not it. I had my own painting stolen. It was part of my exhibition. I spent so much time and effort on my painting. I would never let someone steal it. It was all part of my plan. Yes, the painting was retrieved in the end, too. The lost art returned.
Oh, I'm afraid your symptoms haven't improved.
What are you talking about? Didn't you ask me to evaluate paintings for you?
This was an evaluation, except it was a psychiatric one.
So the implication George is saying there is that even though the painting was recovered, that is the so-called projected narrative. That it's not real? Does that mean what I'm going through isn't real? Maybe I'm not actually a cop or a detective or whatever, and I'm the crazy one?
We call it the thematic apperception test.
What? A psychiatric evaluation?
Yes. Tailor-made for your symptoms. I also use roleplay therapy to supplement the effects. Unfortunately, the results are far from promising.
I definitely might be overthinking here, but the room I am standing in, the artwork of the room I am standing in, kind of resembles the room that we deal with when we are talking to Lady Cop between cases. So, am I crazy? What is reality?
What's wrong with me, exactly?
We used images to hypnotize you, allowing you to see and hear things from your past.
Right.
When you saw an interrogation, you could remember the stories Silver Spoon told you. The problem is, when you saw the image reflecting yourself, you weren't able to differentiate between delusion and reality. You sank further and further into your own fantasy story.
So that implies that the whole thing with Maestro and making a painting and having that stolen from him is bullshit and part of the so-called projected narrative. So, George... nope, don't use that phrase now, Pyro. It's a bad phrase. Gives Maestro the truth?
Allowing you to escape from the bleakness of your own reality. You staged the whole theft. Quite the coincidence. And a little too convenient, don't you think?
George! Doctor! What you said... I don't quite understand.
That means that he's one of the patients. So I'm gonna check that off before going any further.
Don't worry about it. You know everything you need to know. Now, answer me one question.
Sorry, baby.
Who are you?
I'm the No. No, I'm... Patient number 29. Yes.
There you go. Perfect. Now, just make sure you keep taking your medication on time. And trust me, you will get better.
All right.
So weird. All right, we're going to start the loop over. All right, this time I'm going to stick with Tony when he goes into this room, and we're going to see what or how he interviewed this person with Elvira. Also, Klep is out here for some reason from the beginning. Oh, they're actually talking to each other.
Murphy, $300. Hey, McMurphy, $300. Pay up.
Oh, I know. But you gotta wait till after I get out. I got no money in this shithole.
Hey, you want to do business with me? You do it my way. That means no credit. I already made an exception, letting you try out the phone. And now that you know it works, you gotta pay up. Unless you want me to tell Jennifer you stole her phone.
Don't be a rat. All right, fine. How about I just give it back, huh?
All right, so McMurphy currently has Jennifer's phone.
Then you can sell it to someone else.
I can live with that. Hand it over.
Wait, before you leave, do you know if they caught patient number 68 yet? The one who escaped?
Nope. Not as far as I know.
What about the police? They here yet?
Who? What?
Not as far as I know.
What about the police?
Police.
They here yet?
Now that you mention it, Mr. Director did say he heard a siren earlier.
Perfect. Anyway, here's your phone.
And no hard feelings, huh? Next time, if you got money, we could do business.
So McMurphy gives Klep Jennifer's phone. I love the name Jennifer too. I love most J names. Jennifer, Jessica, and so on. All right. Anything here, McMurphy?
Next time, if you got money, we could.
Nothing. Okay. So we're gonna scrub through until something happens here.
Who the fuck's out there?
Anybody in there?
Who the fuck's out there? You get in here, you cocksucker! I'm gonna kill ya! I'm gonna kill all of ya!
McMurphy is selling that way too hard. There's something going on with him.
He's gone. It's safe to talk now.
Damn, Tony, my man! Look at you in uniform. Could have fooled even me.
Keep your voice down. Though,
Oh, I get it. Okay, so Tony's not a real cop. Elvira's probably not a real cop. McMurphy had Jennifer's phone, and once he heard a siren, he called out to get his buddies to dress as cops and come in to do whatever we're about to hear them do.
I could say the same about you. You almost gave me a scare with all that crazy talk. What's it called again?
Rabies, idiot.
Elvira. Charming as always, I see.
Jokes aside, what have you found? There's a whole lot of people out there that have got their eyes on Ghost's secret stash.
You look around at all?
Not much. Already talked to 2 patients. Crazy guy called Mr. Director and some thief. Gotta say, they both seem totally fucked up, to put it mildly. What about you? Who did you talk to?
Just some
Okay, so that's probably Mr. Director and Klep are probably the actual patients as
delusional
well.
reporter. Oh, and a schizophrenic called Silver Spoon. Just like you said, though, both 100% loony.
Guess we're on the same page then.
Wait, so you haven't found anything yet? So why'd you call us up here?
I didn't see him, but I know where to find him.
How so?
Process of elimination. At first, I didn't know what to do. No one seemed to be faking it. But then I discovered seclusion room number 4 at the end of this very hallway. Never seen it unlocked, but I know someone's inside, because the caregiver brings food there twice a day. So I played the manic card and I beat up a doctor named George, which got me thrown in here. Now I can keep an eye on things from the privacy of right next door. And if all the other patients are legit crazy, whoever's in that room is Ghost. I mean, the logic fits, right?
Well, look at you, Sherlock McMurphy. All right, then. Time to see who's behind door number 4. Get the key from the doctor, Elvira.
Wait, something doesn't add up. What about the escaped patient? Patient number 68. Could he be Ghost?
Nah. Think about it. Why would Ghost want to get out? He got himself committed on purpose, remember? To hide from people who want his money and his life. He knows he's a dead man if he gets out.
You have a point. Okay, I'll get the key.
Hey, I got a question for you. Your hospital gown doesn't even have a pocket. Where'd you get the phone to call us?
That, my friend, is courtesy of Klep. You met him?
He gave you a phone?
Klep is... how should I put it? He's definitely crazy. But man, oh man, can that fucker steal. All he's got to do is greet a doctor, and he's got their phone.
No wonder he tried to get close to me earlier. Bumped into me, actually. In fact, wait, where's my phone? Jesus.
Big-time hitman got played by a small-time thief. Hey, why'd you knock out George? What did he do?
Was in the way. Wanted to see our search warrant.
See if he's got the key on him.
Here, found them.
Tony and I'll check out room 4. You clean this up.
On it.
I'm going to stick with Elvira here just because I want to spend an entire loop in room Okay, never mind. Looks like there's a whole lot of nothing there. All right, never mind. We'll just follow Tony and Murphy out.
You clean this up.
On it.
Which one's the key to room 4?
Hell if I know.
Try them all.
The bigger ones?
Hello? Anybody in here?
We know you're in here, Ghost. Just come on out already.
What?
What?
Empty. He escaped them?
Back there.
What's going on here? Don't tell me our ghost made like a ghost.
This doesn't make any sense. This room's at the very end of the hall. He'd have to go by my room to get out. And I've had eyes like a hawk on that door this whole damn time. Hell, I was still paying attention during that whole crazy act earlier.
No, man. Something's not right. Look at the dust on the floor. Gotta be at least an inch thick. But the only sets of footprints in here are yours and mine. No one's been in here for a long time.
Well, I'll be damned. But there's no way in hell I was wrong. Let me check again. No one under the bed. Huh. What about this big chest here? You don't think he hid the money in it, do you?
The chest? Wait, don't touch it!
What the? A trap!
That fucker played us like a fiddle. Now he knows we're here. We need to pull out.
And here I thought fiddlers stuck to roofs nowadays.
You know,
What?
I'd much prefer you use that mental energy to get us the hell out of here.
Oh yeah, because I can just waltz out of here looking like this.
All we need is a little improv. Tony, arrest him. We'll escort him right out of the building.
Huh, good idea.
Arrest? That's...
March. We've got our man. Let's take...
Officer! You got the wrong guy!
Move it!
I'm sick,
Now
I
can
tell
move
you!
it.
And Emily,
Can't do this to me!
I thought George gave Emily the remote at one point, so I am no closer to solving this than I thought. How have I gone 53 minutes already recording this? This is going to take me a while. Okay, we're going to solve one thing right off the bat and see if there's anyone in this room at the beginning. I'm just going to scrub. Okay, no one ever comes in. All right, so
$300. Pay up.
let's head down
What's going on
here.
outside? I heard a bunch of
Let's head down here and see what's going on with these two from the beginning. Elvira comes in here to talk to them at one point, and hopefully we can get names at that point.
Nellie.
Okay.
Nellie. What you writing, huh?
What's going on outside? I heard a bunch of people talking, but then it went quiet.
That was Mr. Director telling us about the test. He said we gotta take over the hospital so we can put a stop to it. Also, something about, you know, how the doctors are all actors, and we're...
Okay, so Nellie's probably one of the actual patients.
really... Shut up! He told us not to tell anyone, didn't he?
Whatever. I don't even want to know.
Look, you upset her. It's all your fault. I told you to shut up! Hey, Nellie, don't be mad. What you writing? Seriously.
You wouldn't understand even if I told you.
I know what she's writing. Oh, yeah? And how the hell will you know, huh? You ain't her. Well, you ain't me either. How do you know I don't know? Exactly. I ain't you, so I don't know if you know or not. But you certainly ain't her, so you don't know squat, you big ignoramus.
Silver spoon.
Spoon.
Oh, so you finally decided to talk to me, huh?
Do you know who you are?
I'm, me, I guess. No, you aren't. I'm me.
For once, think before you answer. It's not easy. That's why Mr. Director's so terrified about the test.
Wait, you know about the test too?
Why wouldn't I? It's called TAT, and it involves a series of repeated questions that try to get the test subject to make up a logical story based on their own desires, emotions,
Never
motives,
mind,
and
Nellie might be
personal
a doctor.
experiences. Most participants end up projecting their own subconscious...
Yeah, Nellie seems like she's a doctor. Spoon is a bit nanners.
...into a character in the made-up story without even realizing it.
So...
Wait. One more time.
End up projecting their personal experiences. Most participants end up projecting their own subconscious onto a character in the made-up story without even realizing it.
So...
Most people who take the test project their consciousness onto a character that doesn't actually exist in a made-up story. I bet you were in a mental hospital. I bet you were not actually detectives, and this is some sort of weird, like, hypnosis thing, which would also explain why a so-called lady cop warned us about possibly hearing voices later. Maybe we're crazy, or this is some sort of test for something.
That's what it is. Doesn't sound like such a big deal to me.
Yes,
oh, space
and it
unpaused.
wouldn't be
What?
if it were just that. The problem is,
That didn't work
this
the one
hospital
time.
is doing
Okay.
more than just a simple test. Something much more intense.
Huh? Like what?
They put extreme pressure on the test subjects, causing them to lose themselves in the stories they make up. Even once the test is over, they lose track of reality, which can lead to the development of multiple personalities. And those whose minds are already weak, they lose track of who they are altogether. Textbook delusional right there.
Ha! Well, I'll be. No wonder Mr. Director's about to shit his shorts. Don't concern me, though.
Oh yeah? Then how about this scenario? Deep down, you, me, all of us constantly struggle with our own issues. Pretty normal, right? Well, during the test, people tend to project those conflicting thoughts onto different characters in the stories they make up. Each thought becomes its own character, constantly engaged in a bitter, back-and-forth argument with its other half. Until, finally, they lose the ability to become one again.
That's impossible. Wait, is she talking about us? I'm calling BS!
Hey, don't look at me. I'm not the one running the tests. I just wanted to let you know to be prepared. And more importantly, don't forget who you are.
Now I'm actually kind of intrigued. Sounds a little, I don't know, fun. No one's ever been able to give me a run for my money before. Oh, what do you know? Sounds like some kind of, I don't know, metaphysical test. Metaphysical my ass! It's a scam, pure and simple. And you can't bullshit a bullshitter. I am unscammable. Oh, shut up. I need to think. Thinking never did you any good. Metaphysical. Ha! Whatever. I'm gonna hit the hay.
You're kind of sitting on a toilet there, buddy. So is Nellie just not... Is she actually a patient? She's just smarter than... Oh, whatever.
Are both of you patients here?
Yes.
Speak for yourself. I ain't no lunatic. But you are. I told you I ain't.
What's going on here? Are you okay?
It was my older brother. He has mental problems. Shut up! I'm as sane as ever. You're the crazy one.
I'm crazy?
Sorry, officer. I was talking to my brother.
All right, then. Ma'am, mind if I ask what you're in here for?
I'm a reporter. Before you got sick, you mean?
I actually did want to know what it was that got you committed.
Are you a police officer?
Yeah.
Then, will you believe the things I'm about to tell you?
Depends. Let me hear 'em first.
I'm a reporter. A few months ago, I received a tip saying this hospital was conducting some kind of clandestine experiments on its patients. I disguised myself and checked in to investigate. I've collected all the information I need, but now I can't prove I wasn't sick in the first place, or that I've recovered. So I'm stuck here with no way to publish my findings.
What exactly have you found?
Here, they use a treatment method on their patients called TAT, Thematic Apperception Test. But it's not the TAT most people know today. Rather, they use the prototype used back during World War II. Basically, it brainwashes people. After the test, patients' memories will be completely erased, and they're conditioned as well. They're programmed to respond to certain sounds, after which they'll follow any command. The hospital then goes on to claim they've been cured, but the truth is, they're nothing more than soulless robots. Tell me, officer, if you were a patient, would you want to be cured that way? You've absolutely got to get me out of here. I have to expose them. Check my notes. I've got all the evidence right here.
I gotta say, that sounds more like a sci-fi flick than reality. All right, let me see your notes. Wow, don't skimp on details, do you? Let me ask you something else. You ever notice any patients in here who seem like they don't belong? Like they're faking their illness?
Yeah, me.
And besides you?
Honestly, from what I've seen, at least 44% of the patients here are actually sane, but they've been committed regardless. Makes me think this hospital's next step is to experiment on normal people.
That's quite the theory. What about him, huh? Seems pretty legit. Schizophrenia, maybe.
He's sick, but it's not schizophrenia. You made a mistake any layman would make. What he has is called dissociative identity disorder. That's where you have multiple personalities. In his case, too. Huge difference between that and schizophrenia.
I see. That I'll have to remember.
Wait just a second. Aren't you getting me out of here?
Afraid I can't. At least, not yet. I'll come back once our investigation wraps up.
You don't believe me either, do you?
It's not that, Nellie. It's that she's not even a real cop.
Journalists are the watchdogs of society. Or haven't you heard?
Yeah, and what good did any of that do you, huh? The cops didn't even believe you.
You've heard about the Unabomber, correct?
Huh? Who do you think I am? Of course I heard of him.
Mm-hmm. Henry Murray, the inventor of TAT, used his test to evaluate soldiers during World War II. During the Cold War, he used it to interrogate spies. But did you know that he also gave it to innocent students back in 1959?
Oh yeah? What's all that got to do with the Unabomber? Are you kidding me?
Well, it just so happens that a certain 17-year-old boy, Ted Kaczynski, was one of his unwitting test subjects. And, well, you know the rest. Over a period of 18 years, he ended up making and sending at least 16 bombs. What I'm trying to say is, destroying someone mentally can have repercussions far beyond one person.
Well, I'll be damned. Then that Henry Murray fella's got blood on his hands, too.
I don't know if I'd go that far. Science and all the experiments that go along with it are, well, they're not wrong. It's just that sometimes people can get in so deep that they lose track of the boundaries of morality. I have nothing against the doctors here. Really. I simply want to get the truth out. It's my hope that people can learn to respect humanity while still pursuing science.
You move me. A reporter with a heart of gold. You know, if Mr. Director had his say, he'd just... Shut up! He told you not to tell anyone! All right. My lips are sealed.
This is getting as deep as a freaking Metal Gear Solid game with the... Oh, God. Keep talking, folks.
Oh, you can hear it too? Thought it was just in my head.
No, it's definitely real. Sounds like it's coming from next door.
All of you are hearing things. Need to up your meds.
I'll go check.
Next door meaning the bathroom? Nellie is moving very slowly. Or that is a bigger hallway than I think it is. Oh, there's two people in there. Sound Chaser? Wait, hold on. I just popped an achievement called Sound Chaser. Checked each room in the 5 maps. The 5 maps? There's only 5 maps? Wait.
Ray? What are you doing here? Who did this to you?
I'll explain everything later. Quick, untie me.
I can do that, but only on one condition.
Just say it. Whatever you want me to do, I'll do it. Within my power, of course.
You need to prove to everyone else that I'm not crazy so I can get discharged.
Consider it done. I knew you weren't crazy a long time ago.
Perfect. Then you can get me out of here.
Well, I'll do my best, but remember, I'm just a caregiver. The doctors are the ones who have the final say. Oh, speaking of doctors, Jennifer's in the room next door. We gotta save her, too.
Dr. Jennifer? Doctor? Doctor, wake up!
Where am I? What happened?
Someone apparently knocked you out. Got some blood on you there.
I remember that much. But why am I in the bathroom?
Can't help you there. Wait, you weren't out cold, Ray. What happened? Huh?
Hey, what are you... Ray! What the fuck? You killed her!
She'll be fine. Anyway, better her than us, right?
What are you even talking about? What's going on?
Okay, so here's what happened. While you were treating patient number 68 earlier, you remember that, right? I was talking with James. The two of us heard this loud noise all of a sudden, so I went to check. Turns out 68 broke the window and took off. By the time I came to check up on you, you were already out cold. Had this cracked ashtray next to you, too. This got me all in a panic. So I didn't notice that the gate to the inpatient sector wasn't locked. Next thing I knew, a bunch of patients had all gotten out. They charged me, tied me up, and threw me in the bathroom. Then they dragged you in, after I was tied up.
Jesus Christ. Then Nellie was in on this too? She doesn't really strike me as the violent type.
I don't know about that, but I'm not taking any risks. They're all crazy. Who knows what they're capable of?
But what is it they're trying to do? And why didn't you call the police when you had the chance?
Everything happened so fast. 1 second, I was trying to figure out what happened to you. The next, those psychos jumped me.
Huh? Where's my phone? Don't tell me they took it.
Oh, wait. Oh. God damn it, it's gone! Not my phone, something else. You know, caregivers aren't allowed to bring phones inside the hospital. You know, that's the rule here.
Well, that's stupid. What do we do now, then? We can't even call the police. How many people did you see in here earlier? Don't tell me everyone is in on this.
I saw Klep, Silver Spoon, Oscar, oh, right, and Mr. Director. I'm telling you, it was chaos. There might have been more of them. I don't know.
And all of them working together? They're not even suffering from the same illness. This is certainly a first. What do you think they're trying to do? Escape?
They took the keys, but as far as I know, they haven't left. All I could tell was that Mr. Director seemed to be the ringleader. Something about manipulation and brainwash.
Then it's a coup?
A coup?
Yeah, they want to take over the hospital. That's why they didn't escape. You haven't seen George, have you?
Nope. Maybe he's still in the treatment room?
Is that an alarm?
Probably somebody's alarm clock. I wouldn't worry about it.
Then what do we do? It's only a matter of time before they find us here.
Honestly, I think the two of us can hold them off. Klep, he's basically a stick. Oscar's a wuss. Silver Spoon's lucky if he isn't fighting himself. And Mr. Director, he's an old man. The only reason they got the jump on me last time was because they caught me off guard. But you and we'll have the element of surprise next time.
Why don't we just sneak into the director's office and use the landline to call the police?
Hey, good idea.
Come on, let's go. Stay calm. We've got this. No looking around, just stay quiet and
They didn't seem to react to that. Okay, well, we've got all the names accounted for. And Oscar is then also one of the patients. Alright, Elvira's the fake cop, Tony's a fake cop, McMurphy is a fake patient. Oscar, Mr. Director, patients, Jennifer is a caregiver, Ray is a caregiver, George is a caregiver, Maestro is now a patient, Nellie is a fake patient, Silver Spoon is a patient, Emily is a patient, James might be? I still haven't fully figured out his deal, and Klep definitely is. Hey look, another mid-roll. Well, I get another ginger ale. And we're back. So the one I'm going to follow now that I have all the names, is Emily, because I want to see who gives her the remote. Ray says he lost something, which implies that could be the remote, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Yeah, I think if we stay in the day room and see who comes in and why, we'll get somewhere. The other thing that made me curious, toward the end, George is knocked out by Elvira, I think? George is knocked out by someone and dragged into McMurphy's room. But they're not moving quite together at that point, which makes me wonder what's going on with them. It doesn't seem like it's as cut and dry as being knocked out as it was in the last case with Chrome Dome and Leo and Paul and Blake, or whoever those names were. Alright, so we're just going to stick with Emily, and then we'll see where we get taken. Speaking of Metal Gear Solid, I'm getting a quiet vibe here. I just popped another achievement. Listen to Emily humming a snatch of a song from end to end. I'm also hearing a ticking clock in the background. It's very subtle and may not be picked up on the after I do my audio compressions for the videos. I wonder if that's the bomb? I'm hearing the tick no matter where I go in the day room. All right, we're just going to fast forward until something happens with Emily here. All right, this is one of the scenes we have not heard
Excuse
yet.
me, Doc. I need you to turn over the key to room 4.
Huh? Who are you? How did you get in?
I'm a police officer. We're here to investigate a case.
Police? Who let you in? Do you have a search warrant?
Of course I do. It's right in here.
I'm going to follow them out.
Right there. Just on that table over there.
Ah!
Okay, so that was... And then she dragged him in there. All right, fair enough.
Hey, Emily, you gotta turn that thing on before you can watch it. There's this thing called a remote.
Holding, Emily.
Don't do this to me!
Wait. What? So Klep, nobody gave her the remote. Alright, there are two conversations that I have not listened to yet. Director with Klep after Oscar leaves. I guess 3. There's those, and then Silver Spoon by himself after Nellie leaves, and then Silver Spoon, Klep, and director in the same room down here at the same time. So we're going to scrub to those points.
What took you so long?
I got a business deal. All taken care of now, though.
Business deal? I told you to lock those two in the bathroom.
That's I did. Don't worry. But what about George, huh? We take care of Jennifer and Ray, but leave George? Shouldn't we lock him up too?
George is conducting one of those brain goggle sound experiments on the Maestro. If we interrupt him, there's a chance we'll fry our friend's mind.
Fine, we'll let him be for now. But what if the police decide to barge in there later?
I've made arrangements. Oscar will try to send him away. Should he fail, he'll lead the police to us. When that happens, I need you to give a winning performance.
Don't you worry about that. I may not be an actor or anything, but I'm an ace at improv. Hey, well, now what? Hit him!
Perfect. First, we'll take control of the hospital. Then, we'll rescue Maestro.
Seriously, though, that test Maestro went to, what's it all about, huh? You guys keep saying he's fucked. What the hell did they do to him in there?
I didn't know much about it myself until I spoke to Nellie. She calls it a thematic apperception test, or TAT.
TAT? What's with all the acronyms nowadays? Can't hardly tell what the hell something is. Don't even know it's legit. You know Nellie. She throws Dr. Mumbo-Jumbo like this around all the time. Full of shit, if you ask me. Who's to say she's not just making shit up on the fly? You really gonna believe a windbag like her?
On this matter? Yes. It's like I told you already. This isn't a real hospital. No, this is nothing more than a reality show. And the reason you don't remember is for exactly this reason. The test. That TAT has brainwashed all of you. You don't even remember who you really are.
Brainwashed? The hell?
Yes, all of us. We were participants in this theater verite. Over time, the rest of the crew, the true evil behind this, manipulated our gray matter using these so-called tests. They made us believe we were mental patients. Mental patients! Fortunately, my experience as a director allowed me to see through their wiles and maintain my true sense of reality. A professional like me can spot an amateur from a mile away.
No wonder those doctors keep telling me I'm sick.
These doctors, they use these tests to toy with our brains.
This is such a double mind screw.
Hallucinations. Once our heads are adequately scrambled, they give us a new identity. By doing so, they keep us trapped in this never-ending reality show, day by day losing more of our hold on reality. In short, the doctors aren't real doctors, and we aren't real patients. We're nothing but actors in this twisted, cruel production.
We're the actors? I thought Oscar was the only actor in this place.
Are you both patients
All right,
here?
great.
Oh, God.
We're gonna scrub through this part since we've heard it already. All right, here we go.
Cop should have moved on by now. You want me to take a look, Mr. Director?
No, you should stay here. Oscar will handle everything.
Yeah, but something don't feel right. That cop from earlier felt like he was checking if we were crazy or not. I mean, for real crazy. You think the hospital sent them?
You may be onto something.
I think we
After
heard this
all,
already,
everyone in
but
this hospital, barring us, of course, was sent by the hospital. They're all part of the masquerade.
No wonder he acted so weird. The only thing a cop ever gave me before were a pat down and a pair of cuffs. None of those weird questions.
Klep is
But
just
we got you on our side
confused.
to see through his disguise. I was about ready to piss my pants. Honest to God, you know how I feel about 5-0s.
Real cops, fake cops, none of it matters. This hospital wants to drive us crazy. Literally. Maybe we should simply play along? Once today's over and we've taken control of this place, the truth will finally be revealed.
Then let me go check it out. If they're gone, we can get started with the plan.
Hush! What did I just tell you? For now, we lay low.
Boring.
I'm starting to wonder if James is even actually a patient, because James seems to be a little too together. It's almost like he knows... Well, but Oscar is a patient. Well, we'll deal with that in a second.
How was I doing, Mr. Director? Like a real professional, yeah?
It was an exceptional performance. Not only did you deliver your lines with passionate bravado, your improvisation was on point. Always
this we heard
adjusting your
already,
lines
yeah.
and tones to correspond with the other actors.
All right, this is where they're trying to find...
Stop following me.
Did you talk to the police?
That's where they're trying to find where or who Ghost is. I'm going to back it up to when Nellie leaves this room.
It's definitely real.
And we'll see if Spoon talks to himself. Yep. All
She
right.
called you psychotic. She did not! Nellie said, I have dissociative identity disorder. Yeah, but that's another crazy disease, too. Whatever, I never liked her anyway. Nothing but BS coming out of her mouth. Once I inherit our old man's business and money, I'm gonna hire someone to cap her ass. Don't say things like that. That's a one-way ticket to jail. Seriously, if you pin this all on me again, oh, boo-hoo! As if you've never thrown me under the bus. You were a brat when we were little, and you're a brat now! Oh, what's a couple of misdemeanors? The old man will forgive me over time. Besides, once you're put away for life, I'll be the only heir. I'll have a proper business to run. Get out of here! What the hell do you know about running a business? All I'm saying is leave me out of...
That sounded kind of similar to what Tony and Cameron... Was that Tyler and Cameron? From the first case, what they were talking about? Might be overthinking that, too.
This. You got it? Then get the fuck out! Stop following me!
Did you talk to the police, Silver Spoon?
I did! I did too.
Did you notice anything strange?
That lady cop had a real attitude. Kept saying I had schizophrenia. Well, you've got it! You're a complete schizo! Don't interrupt me.
Just stop talking already. Both of you are giving me a headache.
The cop that questioned Silver Spoon was a chick, Mr. Director. That means there's more than one of them. You think they're on to us? Maybe we change the plan? Make a run for it while we still can? I mean, the gate is wide open.
No, the show can't end like this. Don't you want to know the truth? After all this time, the lies, the manipulation, don't you crave retribution?
Lies ain't the half of it. They probably want to steal my company while I'm not there, too. Your company? When did it become your company, huh? Oh, shut up about your stupid company. No one cares. Yeah, well, either way, it's time for the doctors here to pay up.
Right you are about that. Our plan is already in motion. With the doctors under our control, all we need to do is wait for the police to leave. Then this hospital will be ours.
Yeah, well, I still don't get how the police knew to show up at just the right moment, you know? Someone must have ratted on us.
You make a good point. Who could have called the police then? George?
Nah, he was already in with the Maestro before any of us even did anything. Probably doesn't even know what's going on.
Jennifer then? Well, this could turn out bad for us if the cops were to search the bathroom.
Jennifer? No, it can't be her. I stole a phone.
What? I thought I told you to lock her up, not steal her phone. Give it here. Recent calls. Well, the last call she made wasn't to 911.
Why don't we try calling it? You can't just do that. We don't know who it'll call.
The last call was to Klep?
Then what are you looking at me for?
Hand it over. And whose phone is this?
From that stupid cop earlier. But
Tony.
You know what? Here's what's really weird. Who calls a cop directly rather than 911?
Oh, right.
You stole this from the police?
That's how McMurphy got the call out.
I don't got any more phones, but I do have this. You are a real piece of work. Why would you steal a TV remote? Got it from Ray earlier. It looks like a phone, you know? Even fits in your hand like one. I couldn't resist.
So Ray's got to be the ghost.
That a police siren?
Which part of stick to the script don't you understand? If you would have just followed your lines, you wouldn't have run the risk of getting us all into trouble. Now, if the police come back here, our plan is ruined. All our efforts down the drain. I'll keep the doctor's phone for now. You return both of those, but don't get caught.
But I never learned to return stuff.
Make it happen.
All right.
That's odd. We've been here for a while now, but there's been no sign of Nellie.
There was some kind of weird sound earlier, so she went to check. Probably went to the bathroom.
It was indeed the... Wait. To the bathroom, you said?
Alright, so we know Ray had the remote, so that means Ray must be Ghost. He can't be a real patient. I think I've got everything else done, right? So... Oscar's definitely a patient. Director's definitely a patient. Maestro is a patient unwillingly. Nellie is not a real mental patient, but she is a patient. It kind of depends on how they're defining the word real, as in if they are actually sick, I guess? Because if so, then I think I've got it. Nope. You'd answer all 2 questions. Right now, one has the correct answer. Okay, the second question has to be answered properly. Because Ray had the remote, and therefore Ray is the one who had the backup plan to blow up the thing. So I guess Oscar isn't really a patient, and then neither is James, or both of them are. But yeah, there we go. Okay, Oscar was never a patient. He was placed inside. That's why he knew what was going on. All right. Good job, me. Pat on the head.
Excellent work, Detective.
Thanks.
I have just one last question for you.
Oh, God, no. What?
I have just one last question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you?
I'm probably number 68. Can I leave? Can I go? Nope, this was the other room. What? Oh. I'm definitely not Mr. Director. I'm trying to think here. I'm not Director. I'm not Maestro. Emma. See, the only other name there is Emily, but Emily should be dead if all of that is real. So does that make me the detective? Oh god, the thing is all shaky. I'm the detective. I'm not the detective. I'm number 68. Oh, I see. Wow. I'm the detective.
Congratulations, Detective. You passed the final test. By now, you've probably realized the last case was mixed with some of the voices from previous ones.
Right.
It threw the other testers into a state of deep confusion, but you didn't lose yourself like they did, which means you are now qualified to call yourself a true acoustic detective. Since you've mastered the system, you can take it with you. You never know when it might come in handy. And if you hear any residual voices or auditory hallucinations, I trust you'll master those too. In time. That concludes the exam, Detective. Thank you again for participating. It exceeded all of my expectations. You're free to leave whenever you like.
She's gonna stab me in the kidneys. Oh god, she's even breathing. You're gonna stab me in the kidneys as soon as I get up, aren't you? Boop. Alright, guess I'm gonna go.
Thank you again for participating. It exceeded all of my expectations. You're free to leave whenever you like.
Okay.
Let me ask you again. Who are you?
Hey, buddy. Oh, come on, it's me.
State your name.
You don't recognize your old pal?
What the hell's got you?
I'm a law writer.
Ask him the basics.
Picking up a
Said
pal.
he didn't know anything.
That was so cool! Oh, you're very welcome. I wonder if I would have gotten some other... some other ending if I had chosen a different name. Was I Patient 68 the whole time? Although, I guess within the context of the game, I was questioning who I was at the end there. Oh, when I said to load the case, it already put all the names together. And has my answers. I just want to see if I can get a different ending.
Who are you?
I'm number 68.
Okay, number 68. Since you already know you're one of our patients.
Oh, shit!
We'll move forward with your treatment. Here, this pill will help calm and center you.
But I can click the... I can click the this? The cigarettes? Why? Oh, I knocked her out with the ashtray and then I left! Which is what led me to...
Jennifer? What happened to you? Wake up!
Whoa! Hold on, so there's all sorts of endings. Wait a minute. Because that popped Delusion. Is my achievements list popping up? Yeah. Wait. Does it even have a description? It doesn't, it's just the name. Whoa, wait. So what is the real ending? Hold on a minute. Okay, so if I hit resume, I can go right to the ending selection.
Excellent work, Detective.
Oh, I've got it. We've got to check out all the endings. This is going to be a long-ass episode.
Who are you?
So what if I'm number 68 and I take my pills?
Okay, number 68. Since you already know you're one of our patients, we'll move forward with your treatment. Here, this pill will help calm and center you.
I will take your mysterious pills. There's that humming again.
My painting has not been lost.
Not me. Don't believe them!
So, take the test.
What?
Wake up.
Ah! Each of these endings so far seems like they could be legitimate. Oh, I've got another achievement. Auditory hallucination.
Who are you?
Alright, this time I'm Klep. Which makes no sense.
I'm sorry, Detective, but you've failed the test. I had hoped it wouldn't turn out like this. You were doing quite well at the beginning. But, well, things started to unravel towards the end. It's sadly clear. You don't even know who you are anymore. I'm sorry, but we're going to have to.
Ah! Those were two hands that grabbed my face. Fucking, like, goddamn phasmophobia. Alright. I assume that's going to be the ending if I pick, like, any of the other names, probably. Okay, I went through all of the other endings, and it is the same. It just tells me I failed. So either I am number 68, and then I can take a pill to fix all this, or crack her upside the head with the ashtray and then run. Or I am the detective, I guess? I don't know which is the better, more satisfying answer on that one, or if there even is a canonical ending. I do find it interesting that if I fail, if I fail that final test, then oh, she is humming that song. Yeah, see, this is the song Emily's singing. If I do fail that final test, the lady cop or whatever addresses me as detective, which makes me think that canonically I am a detective. But the shape of that room in when she poses the question is exactly the room that's in the final map. So it makes me think that the number 68 ending might be the canonical one. Because if 68, if I am patient 68 and I just ran away after cracking her in the head with an ashtray, then I could, as a mental patient, have made up everything to justify what I did when I made my escape or whatever. Such a cool game. And you know what? I agree with the reviews. I just wish there was more of it. But there is one more piece, one more case I can take. I did see that there are 3 DLC cases. 2 of them are in Chinese, but one of them is in English. So I'm going to check that out. So we'll do one more episode of this. And then I'm going to beg them for a sequel. But that's going to do it for today. This is a long-ass episode. Thank you all very much for watching. I will hear you again soon in another Edinburgh. Bye!